Morning. It's about, I don't know, maybe about six. God, probably about 6:22, and just got over to training, and yeah, I'm still sitting in my car. This is my new little commuter, and it does me well, a little Honda. So just a little update on yesterday. Man, I'm just wrinkled, and I need to shave, but oh well. Just a little update from yesterday. Gotta say, yesterday was still good. Took the truck back out again with our class. There's probably about four of us with the trainer. Everybody again got their time to drive. We had an all day out on the road event. Took our lunch, came back to the yards, took our lunch, and went back out again after it was all said and done. Came back, did a few more pre-trips, and I got to say the days out here, man, are productive. Um, they're yeah, they're Denver right there. So the days are productive, and but I'm still digging it. So I had to change the camera a little bit. Kind of hurt my hand. Don't like how I feel, but anyway, just want to make sure it works. So yesterday was productive. Um, we went out, like I said, drove the truck. This time we had a different trainer. I gotta say, man, the trainers are good. They've had their time behind the wheel. They got experience. They're telling you and teaching you things that they wouldn't do and they would do, and it's just good. Those guys, man, they got their stuff down, and you can see how people in our class are eating it up and taking advantage of it. That's what you do. So yesterday, our trainer we had, he was a good guy. Been driving for a minute, for a while, and you know, again, one of our things we was definitely focusing on was double clutching and making sure that we know how to downshift as well, because the truck we had yesterday wasn't a 10 speed, it was an 8 speed, which is, I think, which is the one that you're going to be testing with. So it was good that we got an opportunity to be in that truck and see what it's like. And at first, I really didn't like it because it just seemed too spongy. And but it's all about getting used to something that you never done before. So it took me a minute, and I got used to it. And a matter of fact, at the second go around, when we went back out on the road, I was way more impressed, way more happier because my double clutching got better. Shifting is not a problem. Downshifting is the problem to get back through those gears. And I know some people say, well, some of the seasoned truck drivers out there on the road say, well, we don't double clutch, or we don't use it, or we don't use it like you guys use it in training. But I reckon it's one of the requirements to get your license. So if I need it to get my license, oh well, so be it. I haven't turned around and ran yet, so I'm not going to turn around and run now. So double clutching it is until I learn different, until somebody tell me different. But anyway, um, these are big trucks. They're not cars. I don't care if you know how to drive stick shift. I think I said in one of my other videos, it's not a car. The transmission's not the same. The shifting is not the same. This truck is nothing but pure a brick wall and power. You know, and it demands that attention. I got to tell you. So, you know, one of the major things I'm learning is it requires gears and speed, and it also requires you to drive at a rate that those gears are going to accept it. So what we've learned is slow down. You ain't no rush. I mean, man, slow that truck down, so you can shift into those gears right. And when I started doing that, everything just worked. I mean, I was able to shift into the gears correctly. I was able to downshift correctly. Um, you know, no grinding. You go in the right speed and you shift into that gear, man. it's going to slip right up in there with no problem. You know, you ain't in a rush. I mean, you got 8 gears or 10 gears to get through to get the speed that you need when you're driving on the road. But when you're on a training environment, whether you're being out here someplace on the street, you just don't need that speed. Take your time and learn it, and that's what we're learning. We're taking our time, and we're learning it. You know, we're learning the right way to do things. So I'm digging it, and we're still going over our pre-trip, getting that down. But our pre-trip, we're looking at our pre-trip. We're doing our in-cab inspection still, but like I said, Roadmaster will tell you and write it out how you should do it and how it should be said. But it's up to you to critique it and build it to a point that you can recite it and cover every aspect that should be covered, especially on your air brakes when you're doing your testing with your inspector or your examiner. So you have to do it the way it should be done. The thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop. I'm going to type it out into a way that covers everything, but I'm going to do it in a way where I cover everything. And then that way I'm going to work on memorization of those checks, and I'm going to lay it out in a way that's going to make sense to me and make sense to my examiner. So it's cool. You know, I got up earlier this morning. I got out the door at about 5:45. Class starts at 7. I got here early, which is cool. I'm totally cool with it. Give me a little time to get myself together, make sure I have everything, breathe, and just relax before we get going. So again, if you guys are out there still looking at getting your trucking permit and license, you know, do it. You know, don't wait. You know, just get out there and do it. You know, I was talking to the guy that kind of got me set up yesterday when I went up to the main office to clock in, because Roadmaster give you these little cards that you got to clock in and clock out. Not to mention, while we're out here doing our training, guess what we're doing? We're still documenting or keeping our driver log. So we're documenting as we go, and it's cool. Oh yeah, last week when we drove the trucks, our instructor, she took the truck out the yard. Yesterday, you know, our instructor was like, okay, well, we're going to mix it up a little bit. One of you guys going to drive it out the yard. And he was cool with it. So we had a guy, he drove it out the yard, one of our students. We got to a place where he's like, okay, we'll come into this week. Next week, I'm going to start introducing you guys to traffic around cars, because you got to get used to that. So right now we're getting comfortable around the shifting the gears, but you know, we got to get it out on the road. I think one of our guys took it out on the freeway yesterday. You know, it wasn't major. Exit, you know, he did fairly well, and brought it back to the yard. So believe me, man, they out here and they ain't playing. They teaching, you learning, and it's a good thing. It's totally good. So I hope these videos are helping. I hope they help someone make a decision to do it. I just want to start the videos at the beginning of training, because I wanted to give people an idea of what it was like and what people know, so people know what it's going to be like when you get started. And I'll go back and I'll look at the videos again, and if I miss something, I'll make another video and I'll address it. Hey, I missed this. Hey, I forgot to say this. And one other thing, when you are in permit status with your CDL, DMV doesn't close it out until you get your license. So what you need to do is just make sure they know, or you tell them, hey, keep my don't close out my license. You know, don't close out my, you know, let's say for instance, you want to make sure that they don't start processing it. You want to make sure that they don't just send it up with the 1 or 2, 3 endorsements that you have on there. You want to, especially if you're going to get more endorsements, you want to make sure that they keep it open. That's what one of the trainers told me. You know, make sure that your license doesn't get closed out or submitted before you finish getting all the endorsements that you need, because it take longer or something like that to open it back up to get those endorsements added. So anyway, that's all I got to say. Everything is good. I'm definitely enjoying it. We'll be back out again today. I'm not sure if we're going back on the road, or we may just be in the yards doing offset backing, which I've never done before, first time. So I'll give you guys an update on that probably come next week. Other than that, be safe, take care, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.